Hey everyone, I just wanted to share with you guys an experience that I had. It's been about 6 months ago that this happened. It was in the winter time, so I hadn't really gotten to fly as much as I'd like to have, so I guess you kind of get desperate a little bit when you really want to fly. So a little bit about myself. I'm still fairly new to the sport. I've only been flying for about a year and a half, and I've had good success since the beginning. I'm very meticulous about double and triple checking everything and anything that could affect my flight at all. To any new or inexperienced pilots like myself, you're going to hear your instructor say that you don't want to go to the field with it in your mind that you're definitely going to fly today. You need to have the mindset that you're going to the field to practice with your wing, practice launching, and if all things check out right and all the conditions are right, then you can continue with launching. This is where my experience kind of came back to bite me. The weather forecast had been perfect all week for that day, so I made a trip about 2 hours of hauling my paramotor to fly at a relative's house. That morning the conditions were not at all what they had been predicting. But I went to all this trouble to prep for flying, and I basically had it in my head that I was going to fly. So that was mistake number one. This could all have been prevented if I had just remembered what my instructor had taught me. Don't fly if one thing doesn't feel right. So as you can see right here, as I pull the wing overhead, it literally stops me in my tracks. So once I get moving, I catch a side gust, I guess, and it yanks me off my feet. I'm back on my feet running again. Everything looks good. And then I get lift. Well, right here I'm starting to realize, wow, this wind's really rough, and I'm getting a lot of turbulent air coming down this little ridge right here and from up out of the brush over there. So I turn back downwind, and this is probably where I realized the most that I shouldn't be up here. You can see how fast I'm going right there. It was just so much faster than I was used to. Give my brother the, nah, probably not a good idea. Now you can see here looking at my windsock that the wind is actually heading now 90 degrees different than what it was when I launched. So my seat didn't fall under like it should. I look over, my left brake toggle is actually stuck in my netting. Not a good situation, but I got it broke loose and back in my hand. My plan now is to try to get a little bit of altitude and get up above the ridge right here and all the little small trees and things that might be causing the rotor that I'm getting. It's just not smooth at all. So I was actually able to climb up and get some altitude. I'm about 250 to 300 feet right here. The wind's definitely not any better. I thought that I could get up and maybe it would get a little smoother, but it's just rocking and rolling me to death. It's slinging me, and it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see right there it's yanking me left and right. I'm trying to correct some of that, but there's nothing I can do with it. It's so strong. There's a saying that I used to think was kind of comical sounding, and now I totally understand it. It's that they always say you're better to be on the ground wishing you were in the air than to be in the air wishing you were on the ground. And this is the only thing I could think of at that time was, wow, I want to get down. I do not want to be up here. So since the wind has been so variable and changing direction so quickly, I've done a couple flyovers over my landing area just to see how everything felt. And one time it would be fine. The next time it would be going fine until I hit a certain point, and then it would just yank me sideways. Last flyover went good. I figured it's time to put this thing down. Best chance I'm gonna have. So normally I kill the motor because I don't have a clutch on my unit. So as I turn in, I misjudged the curvature of the field and how much altitude I dropped during this turn. So I was on the gas, I let off the gas, and then next thing I know I'm dropping because the wing surged forward. I throw my legs out, buckle, land on my stomach, try to kill the motor, and I was too slow. Wing fell on the prop, tore about 3 cells out of it, but my legs weren't broken. I could walk, parachute can be fixed, and I guess I learned a valuable lesson about when I should and shouldn't be flying. So thanks for watching.